Closer to him. What I was going to do, you guys, I was going to reach down there and I was going to grab the front part of his chair and I was going to pull him towards me and I was going to just kind of, greet him and stuff and just say hello and find out what his name was and say, man, you got a gift. Don't know if you know it or not, but let's see what we can do. I'm only with him for 5 days, but he was my special first kid. I was going to get this kid. So I reached down there, and as the kids kind of moved away, I saw he wasn't in a wheelchair. He was in an office chair. And I'm thinking, why is this kid sitting in an office chair when we're starting a sports camp right now? And I'm thinking, dude, we used to believe, you're earlier on time. You're late, man. And you're going to be late for this camp. And I found out that actually every morning of that sports camp, they sent a little van to a little city called Soweto, which is a squatters village, 50,000 people, no running water, no electricity. Can you imagine living or raising your family in a city with no running water and no electricity in a town of 50,000 people in South Africa? And I delivered tennis balls, okay, to all kinds of kids that had great wheelchairs, that had great attitudes, that had all kinds of, drive and support. And some of these kids, though, came from Soweto, and what they would do every morning, they would drive through Soweto to these little campgrounds, and they'd find out if any of these kids had disabilities, didn't have wheelchairs, and they would pick them up and bring them to the van, and they would bring them to the camp, and since they didn't have enough wheelchairs, they would find anything that would roll. Any tables, any little stools, any office chairs, even wheelbarrows. And I delivered tennis balls to all these kinds of kids. 2 kids played a sports camp in a wheelbarrow for the entire 5 days. And I could not help it, but I felt sorry for these kids. But don't make the same mistake that I did. Because you know what? These kids didn't feel sorry for themselves. Their only concern was how they could get the person pushing the wheelbarrow to speed up. That's all they kept saying. Hurry up, please. I want to go again. Please, I want to go again. It didn't work in my mind. To them, it wasn't about what they didn't have or how it wasn't fair. To them, it was about what they did have and how they could make it better. Mark Bonaconte, all right? The Miami Project was created because of his dad. Nick Bonaconte played for the Miami Dolphins. Mark has a broken neck, paralyzed from the neck down. Can't move a finger. He said, do not feel sorry for me because I'm in a wheelchair. You feel sorry for me if I give up. That's when you pity me. Now we'll close, folks. Don't stop making a difference. You have a wonderful organization, okay, Idaho Wheelchair Tennis Association, that is trying to make a difference in people's lives. People that have incurred serious accidents, but they're not here to represent to you pity or sympathy or feel sorry for me, okay? They're here to represent life goes on, things are going to happen, okay? This is how I'm going to adapt, and this is how I'm going to do it. And everybody's gold medal is different, okay? I played in the Paralympic Games. My job was to beat everybody in the world. And that's what I wanted to do. But some people's gold medal, that might be just getting out of bed that day, putting their own socks on. Maybe confronting their father or their mom or a child and saying, you know what, we're changing this relationship right now. Every gold medal is different. And these guys and ladies will be the first one to tell you, don't feel sorry for us. Don't do things for us. We would love to have the support and lend a hand. But we're here also to lend a hand, back in the same way. And you guys, I guess I'll close with this. Scott Hamilton, who's a skater, okay, an Olympic athlete, and I've spent some time with Scott, sat on a couple of boards with him and stuff. And I'm sure he wasn't the first person to say this, but he said, there will always be givers and takers in this world. Always. Got givers and takers. And yeah, the takers are the ones that eat a little bit better and they're happy and all, but the givers are the ones that sleep a little bit better. As far as I'm concerned, I want to be in that category. Okay? We create our own karma. We do for others because we can. People need support, but we don't want to do it for them. All right? But why are we making a difference in other people's lives? Just like Jerry Dietz, the guy that changed the flat tire for us at that math class. I never saw the guy again, but I remember his name because it's what he got. Not what he gave that was most important. It's what he took away from that situation. So you guys continue to grow together, continue to support each other. Thank you again for the opportunity for being here. I really value this city. I've been here a few times, and you have a neat thing going on. But it really depends on, you know, we can always ask for someone else to do the work or blame someone else where things don't get done. But in the end, all of us are someone else. Okay, so who am I going to be with regard to this family? So thank you all very much. I wish you the best.